Hey everybody, I had a bunch of people ask me questions about prickly pear, cactus, and making stuff out of it, so I thought I'd make a video here pretty quick. I'm sitting here at my rolling table. This is my cigar rolling table where I make beautiful hand-rolled cigars. And this past couple of weeks we've been harvesting prickly pear fruit. And so this is one of the reasons why we make this beautiful purple drink. You can actually make jams, jellies, wine, basically almost like any other fruit. Delicious. One of the probably the highest anti-inflammatory in the history of the world, and most disease at some level is caused by inflammation, heart disease and all that. So it's actually a very, very beneficial fruit. Got my fan going here. Those of you who are always asking questions about how we stay cool, it's not actually that hot this morning. It was in the 60s last night, but it's probably going to be in the 90s today. So we charge these batteries by with our solar trailer. Alright, so I was going to make a little video explaining a little bit about the prickly pear cactus. And this is the fruit here. And you basically just break this right off of the nopali cactus, the big flat pad cactuses that we have all over the Southwest. They don't always come in this really deep dark purple. These are gorgeous, but they come in orange, red, green, purple. You just have to get them when they're ripe. So one of the things you'll notice about this, when you look at the actual big cactus with all the pads, the cactus have these real big long spines on them, and so people are worried about those, and they don't really know that the really nasty ones are actually on the fruit. They're all on the pads too. They're the little teeny ones on these little kind of bumps, and those are called glow kids, and there's thousands and thousands of little tiny sharp spines that get stuck in your skin, and they're serious irritant. So you don't just want to go up with your hands and grab one of these off the cactus, because you'll regret it. Even when you work very diligently with them with tongs, you generally get some in there, but you can get those glow kids out of your skin with duct tape. Alright, so there's a lot of different ways to get those little glow kids off there. I've got this little propane torch. You don't have to use a propane torch. You can actually just light up your charcoal grill, or we don't go buy charcoal very often for our grill. We just take pieces of mesquite wood, light them, and you can actually just spin these things right over the grill, and it'll burn those glow kids right off of there. Let me get this thing started. You just want to make sure you get all the little bumps. And you'll see the little glow kids kind of burst into flame. You want to take some time. And this, in a minute I'll show you don't have to do this to get the juice. You've got a few other ways to process the juice, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm going to set this down and pick it up a little differently so that I'm not covering up some of those little glow kids. What do you think, Jennifer? Is that pretty good?
Yes, sir.
All right. We generally don't do this process very much, because what we do is take the fruit and go directly into a juicer, and the juicer actually separates out all that stuff, and any of the little teeny glow kids that actually get into the juice during the canning process, they'll be removed and made basically invisible, so soft that they're invisible. I want to taste some of this. Look at that gorgeous color. They use that for dye. The Native Americans use that for dye, and you can use it to dye clothing. This was not dyed with it, but you could do so. It's like drinking medicine. Alright, so we've got our little... I want to make sure I don't have any glow kids on these tongs. little spines. That's hot. You'll see how just gorgeous this is. And like I said, this stuff will dye your hands and your, not permanently, but your clothing and your teeth. Alright, so you see that there's a seed section in here, and you can just scoop that out if I had a spoon, which I don't. When you put these through the juicer, they'll just automatically separate. And one of the things I should have done before I cut this in half was skin it. But you basically would skin it just like you would skin an apple. So just getting the seeds out of it. And there's this beautiful flesh. If you skin it, you can just eat it like that, but there's this beautiful flesh here. Got one of the seeds. Look at that. But yeah, you can just like peel the outside of it, get rid of the little seed section, and they're delicious. It's a delicious piece of fruit. And here's the thing. We try really, really hard to grow things like peaches, apples, apricots, and you have to work really hard. And they don't always make it, and especially out here in the desert. It's very, very difficult, and it's a lot of work and a lot of water. Well, these just grow naturally. They grow all the time, and it's they're indigenous to this area, so they really, really multiply well. And there's a ton of them. We can't even get all of the ones that we'd like to get. So that's it with the prickly pear fruit. Like I said, you can make jams, jellies. We juice them. We pretty much juice all of them so we can process as many as possible. And then later on we can make wine, and we have made wine, booze. You could ferment them and make booze out of them. Anyways, I thought I'd make a video in the future if there's anything you see me doing. The reason I made this is because I was posting us harvesting the prickly pear on Facebook, and a bunch of people asked what you do with them. So if you ever have any questions like that, just let me know. Make sure if you're watching this for the first time, you subscribe to my YouTube page, and just ask me questions. I'll be glad to make videos and answer your questions. All right.